So if you're facing any difficulty in the MCQs that come in part 3 because of the distractors, because you do not know when the answer appears, because you do not know what words are important or what part of the listening is important, then this video is for you. By the end of the video, I assure you, you get 40 on 40 in listening if MCQ is your weakness. And of course, please subscribe to this channel which is being run by an ex-IELTS examiner. कोई shortcuts नहीं है. You have to work hard and I'll make it easy for you. Let's dive into it. The first question is presentation about refrigeration. So read the title carefully and now run your imagination. Refrigeration is about keeping something cool. Now the first question is, what did Annie discover from reading about ice houses? So what is important is what she discovered. Annie is not important here. Ice houses, it is understood. So you should know what is the important keyword. It is discover. Now, what would be the trap here? If they say, oh, I did not discover it, or you could say that I will discover this da da da, that means that is not the answer. Now, the first option here is, you can see here, why they were first created. Now they here is the ice houses. So you should concentrate on the pronouns. Okay, why? Why is very important. That means why means reason. They were created, first created. So the main thing is why created. Like how do you, broken English. So how do you say, I want to drink a lemonade. So what would be important here? Drink and lemonade. So if you say drink lemonade, you come to know that the person is asking for, or I'm asking, or I want and lemonade. The second one is how the ice was kept frozen. Now the keyword here is how. That means the method. Okay. It is not the reason. Then frozen. That is important. And then the third one is where they were located. Again, there you should know the pronoun here is ice houses, and where is important. That means the location, or located also they have told that you can see. Now, in the tip here is what is important from this question. What do you understand? That nouns, adjectives, and the verbs are important. Clear? Now, the second is, see, I will make you understand all the questions and then you have to attempt them from the audio. Now, the second is, what point does Annie make about refrigeration in ancient Rome? So what is the point? What is the main thing? The point. Okay, the options given are, it became a commercial business. Means it was very successful. Now, if it is given like it did not, the people did not receive it very well, or it was not commercial, or there was not much profit in it, that means it is opposite. Okay. Or it could not reach much people, or it was expected to be very commercial, it was considered commercial, no, that is not the answer. The answer is wrong. Then, it used snow from nearby. See, snow from nearby. Snow and nearby. Nearby is an adjective. See, nearby is important. That means if it is given long distance, that they had to transport it from long distance, then you put it a wrong. Clear? Then the next one is, it took a long time to become popular. Again, if they are saying it within no time it became very popular, or it was received well by people, that means it is the wrong answer. So it took a long time. Okay, so that is the thing. Now the next one we come on is, so I want to include one tip here. What is it? That all options are said. Okay, and one option you will be easily able to delete it, because whatever will be given will be the opposite. So the tip is, you will should be able to identify which is this negative option, delete it, because if you are able to do that, then you have only two options left, and there's a 50-50 chance that you will get it right. So one option you have to delete and you will easily get that. That is the tip. Question is, you can see it here. In connection with modern refrigerators, both Annie and Jack are worried about. So they are worried, both, not one. There could be a trap here. So both are worried. Now, what is it? The complexity of the technology. Too much of the is there. Okay? The tip is, don't pay attention to the articles. Just underline complexity and technology. Okay? Drink lemonade. Okay? You say, I want to eat a cake. Okay? So eat cake. Such broken English. And then, so you will underline complexity and technology. The next one, B, the fact that some are disposed of irresponsibly. That means some here is what? The refrigerators, and disposed irresponsibly. Refrigerators will not be your keyword. Got that? Then what is another tip coming? See, they are going to give you all options. It could be B, C, A. It could be A, B, C, or it could be C, B, A. All permutations and combinations possible. So what are you going to do is, you are going to catch whether they are going for the C first or the B first or the A first, right? And please, sometimes what happens is, another tip coming, that they will give you the answer in the first option and then try to distract you. Clear? They will try to distract you. And then there is also very likely that they may give you the answer towards the end, because you know, the answer is not coming, and then you lose your focus. So towards the end they will give you the answer. So the another tip is, the beginning and the last of the answer is important. Got that? So that is another tip. Okay, now I will read the third one at least. Yeah, the large number that quickly break down. So break down and large number. So if you say there were only some, those who broke down or something like that, so then it would be wrong. So it is large number and breakdown. So now the last one is very tricky. What do Jack and Annie agree regarding the domestic fridges? So they're talking about the domestic fridges, and what do they agree? Here the key word that is very important is agree. So they should agree on a point. So suppose she makes another point, Annie, and Jack also makes another point, but they do not agree. So that is very important. What points? All points will be there, but there will be one point in which both will agree. Okay? So that is the trap. They are generally good value for money. Good value for money is the key word here. And they, you should know, is domestic fridges. So pronouns are important. They are plenty of useful variations. Plenty variations. Okay, these are the keywords. You should be looking for these keywords. Then they are most useful than other domestic appliances. There's a comparison between the domestic appliances, the others, and the refrigerators. And see, the adjective here is useful. That is the key word. Domestic, again it is an adjective. Appliances is a noun. So pronouns, adjectives, nouns, helping verbs are not the helping verbs. The helping verbs you don't have to pay attention to. You have to pay attention to the pronouns, nouns, adjectives, verbs. Okay? That should be clear to you. Now, I will play the audio and you will do it. Okay? So, be ready with the copy and a pencil. Write 21, 22, 23 and 24 in your notebook. Right? You write it that. I will play the audio and you will tell me what is your score. And if you get 4 out of 4, that is very good, very well done. Okay, your target should be at least 3. But if you are getting 2, then you need to practice again. And if you are getting 1 or 0, that is very bad. You need to again play the audio and see where is your mistake. And in this manner, you will be able to do with me, right? So if you want coaching or material or evaluation, you can WhatsApp me. The number is there, right? Now I play the audio and you will write the answers A, B, C. Okay? That you will write down and give me the score in the comments. Clear? All the best. Let me see how much score do you get.
And answer questions 21 to 24.
Okay, Jack. Before we plan our presentation about refrigeration, let's discuss what we've discovered so far.
Fine, Annie. Though I have to admit I haven't done much research yet.
Nor me. But I found an interesting article about ice houses. I'd seen some 18th and 19th century ones here in the UK, so I knew they were often built in a shady area or underground, close to lakes that might freeze in the winter. Then blocks of ice could be cut and stored in the ice house. But I didn't realise that insulating the blocks with straw or sawdust meant they didn't melt for months. The ancient Romans had refrigeration too.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Pits were dug in the ground and snow was imported from the mountains, even though they were at quite a distance. The snow was stored in the pits. Ice formed at the bottom of it. Both the ice and the snow were then sold. The ice cost more than the snow, and my guess is that only the wealthy members of society could afford it.
I wouldn't be surprised. I also came across an article about modern domestic fridges. Several different technologies are used, but they were too complex for me to understand.
You have to wonder what happens when people get rid of old ones.
You mean because the gases in them are harmful for the environment?
Exactly. At least there are now plenty of organisations that will recycle most of the components safely. But of course, some people just dump old fridges in the countryside.
It's hard to see how they can be stopped, unfortunately. In the UK, we get rid of 3 million a year altogether.
That sounds a lot, especially because fridges hardly ever break down.
That's right. In this country, we keep domestic fridges for 11 years on average, and a lot lasts for 20 or more. So if you divide the cost by the number of years you can use a fridge, they're not expensive, compared with some household appliances.
True. I suppose manufacturers encourage people to spend more by making them different colours and designs. I'm sure when my parents bought their first fridge, they had hardly any choice.
Yes, there's been quite a change.